Okay, hello and welcome. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm doing pretty good. So yeah, just starting a new game here. After much umming and ahhing, I just thought to myself, nuts to it. We're going to be playing Pokemon Yellow. I was umming and ahhing about it, and I was going, maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. And it's just like, I kind of want to play it, so we're going to be playing it. Hello, welcome. Yeah, this is a game which I played back when it came out. On my Game Boy Color. I have it here. Of course, I'm, using it to play it, of course. I had my manual around somewhere, but I can't find it. Not that it's imperative to the experience, but oh well. People will know these games. It's a Pokemon game. I have lowered the volume a fair amount, because I know that the sound and music in the game is a bit piercing. It's probably louder, quite a bit louder for me than it is for you. And flashing. Okay, hooray! Fat Pikachu, yeah, I know. It's his old design. How is that? Is that too loud? I might have to lower it a bit more. I feel like I'm shouting over it. It's on 25% volume, but the hey. There we go. That's a bit softer. It's not that loud on the actual hardware, I can tell you that. Because it's coming from a single speaker on the front of it. But oh yes, but yeah, the Grim Dawn expansion. I saw that, and I thought, ooh, maybe I could wait now. And then I thought, nah, because even if I got it, I'd have to. I'd force myself to play through the expansion I haven't finished yet. The Forgotten Gods or whatever it is, the desert one. So we'll get to that at some point. Anyway, let's play a new game. I did check the settings, but whatever. Hello, welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Oak. People call me the Pokemon Prof. The world is inhabited by creatures called Pokemon. And yes, we're playing this with the Game Boy Color colors because that's what I had, so. Some people, Pokemon are pets. Others use them for fights. Myself, I study Pokemon as a profession. We might need to up the text speed. What's your name? I don't remember if there's any tricks in the game based around the symbols you use in your name. There's no numbers. I mean, of course there isn't any numbers. Fine, whatever. We'll just put Mech. That's fine. Right, so your name is Mech. Yep. This is my grandson. He's been your rival since you were a baby. What's his name again? I don't know. Any suggestions? Or I just go with one of the default ones. I think I'd usually just call it Gary or something, because I'm unimaginative. Let's see. Could just call him Blank or something. Yeah, that works. If the field was long enough, I thought I could call him insert name here, but there we go. That's right, I remember now. His name is Blank. Hey, your very own Pokemon legend is about to unfold. A world of dreams and adventures with Pokemon awaits. Let's go! Hooray! And then, being a fan of a series for a number of years since then, on and off, you know, depending on the games which have come out since then. Explain the SNES. Okay, it's time to go. I don't remember if I had an N64 by the time I had this game. I didn't have a Super Nintendo. I didn't have an NES either. So. Yep, we're playing the Nintendo. Go to the PC, withdraw the potion. You probably won't need it. Oh, that music. Going from Shantae to this is, The music in this is nice, but, Right, all boys leave home someday. It said so on TV. Prop Oak, next door, is looking for you. Okay. There's a movie on TV. 4 boys are walking on railroad tracks. I better go too. That is actually based off a specific movie, but I don't remember what it is. I'm raising Pokemon too. When they get strong, they can protect me. Very good. Pallet Town. Shades of your journey away. And hear the dialogue. Technology is incredible. You can now store and recall items and Pokemon as data via PC. Amazing. Such technology. I study Pokemon as Prop Oak's aide. What about you? Prop Oak is the authority on Pokemon. Many Pokemon trainers hold him in high regard. Very good. Very good. They're like clones of each other or something. Blank. Yo, Vic. Gramps isn't around. I ran here because he said he had a Pokemon for me. Oh, yep, yes, okay. Very good, very good. You just said that. Hold on a moment. Let me see. Yeah, put text speed on fast. And I'm going to play a battle style set. I always kind of forgot what this means. Also, I can change the sound. Ah. You can have it in different ears. Amazing. We'll just put that normal. I always used to get a bit confused as to what the battle style means, set or shift. It determines whether you can change your Pokemon after you've defeated the enemy's Pokemon. Hey, wait, don't go out. That was close. One Pokemon live in tall grass. I'm not going to try to do voices. I didn't watch the anime, so... While Pikachu appears. Oh no, who could have seen us? And he manages to catch him with a single Pokeball, because he's just that good. Alright, Pikachu was caught. Ooh. Pokemon can appear anytime in tall grass. You need your own Pokemon for your protection. I know. Here, come with me. I'm seeing textures pop through him while he's walking in on that ground. It's weird. Gramps, fed up was waiting. Blank? Why are you here already? I said for you to come by later. Nah, whatever. Just wait there. So dismissive. Look, Rick, do you see that ball on the table? It's called a Pokeball. It holds a Pokemon inside. You may have it. Go on, take it. Doesn't he say something in red and blue where it's like, there's a Pokemon on the table for you. Ha! It's actually inside the Pokeball. Or something like that. Hey, Gramps, what about me? Be patient, Blank. I'll give you one later. Humph. I'll get a better Pokemon than you. Hey, don't go away yet. Oh, okay. What are these? It's encyclopedia-like, but the pages are blank. Push start to open the menu. And the other one says select or something. The save option is in the menu, on the menu screen. Okay, very good. What about this? I read your emails. There's an email message here. ... Calling all Pokemon trainers. The elite trainers of Pokemon League are ready to take on all comers. Bring your best Pokemon and see how you rate as a trainer. Pokemon Lead HQ, Indigo Plateau. P.S. Prof Oak, please visit us. ... Okay. What's in here? Nothing. Well, let's take this. Oh. No way, Mick. I want this Pokemon. Blake snatched a Pokemon. Congratulations. Blake, what are you doing? Grabs, I want this one. But oh, alright then. That Pokemon is yours. I was going to give you one anyway. Come over here. Heck, this is the Pokemon I caught earlier. You can have it. I caught it in the wild, and it's not tame yet. We received a Pikachu. You want to give a nickname to the Pikachu? Nah. If a wild Pokemon appears, your Pokemon can fight against it. Afterwards, go on to the next town. Okay. Well, let's have a look at it. Level 5. It's got 19 hit points. So yeah, oh boy. Going all the way back to these games, I've played the more recent ones. The most recent one I've played is Scarlet. So, not, ZA. But the system has changed quite a bit since these ones. Namely, attack and defense has been split up from just attack and defense to attack and special attack, and defense and special defense. And then there's also speed. I think special actually commands special attacks, but anyway, defense has been split. I know, he's so chubby. The sprites in this are generally better done than red and blue as well, though the original sprites in red and blue, as off-model as they are, have their own charm. I do like some of them. I do agree a bit that maybe the art stays a bit too consistent between the games. But, yeah, anyway. There's other things with this, which I think hold over from red and blue. Psychic is dominant. Poison is kind of all over the place. So is ground, along with rock. Those are paired together a lot. But I'm getting ahead of myself. And there's no fairy types. Steel types, dark types, and all that stuff. We have Thundershock and Growl. Yeah, I don't think Thundershock counts as a special attack. I think it's just an attack. And we don't get to see what our moves do. I'm gonna have to remember all of them. Have a look at our trainer card. So many colors. We have 3,000 Pokebox. Okay. What do you say? My Pokemon looks a lot stronger. Wait, Vic. Let's check out our Pokemon. Come on, I'll take you on. Blank wants to fight. Blank sends out Eevee. Man, we could have had an Eevee. Oh well. Fight. Thundershock. I used Tail Whip, but it failed. Yeah, that's the thing in this game. Like, I think there's a chance for every move to fail. It's like whether a move hits or not is based off of your speed, I think. And there's something else there to do with like whether you get a critical hit or not. So, hooray, we won. 97 experience points. We went up to level 6. Attack 12, 9, 17, 11. And we learned Tail Whip. And we're probably never to use it. Because I don't believe in using stat decreasing moves. What? Unbelievable. I picked the wrong Pokemon. We got 175 Pokebucks. Okay, I'll make my Pokemon fight to toughen it up. Mick, Gramps, smell you later. What? What? Would you look at that? It's odd, but it appears that your Pikachu dislikes Pokeballs. You should just keep it with you. That should make it happy. You can talk to it and see how it feels about you. Okay, well, we won a battle. How do you feel? It's not impressed. Okay. Oh, I don't think also... Yeah, Pokemon have no genders in this, so... Whatever. When crits were based on speed and when every Pokemon could learn Blizzard was 90% accuracy, when Freeze was a guaranteed KO, when stats could overflow, when a move could randomly miss a win. Yeah. I kind of like the old games just because of all the bugs in them. I'm not going to remember all of them. Feel free to chime in when something's relevant. And whether it applies to yellow, because I know yellow is a later version, so some of the things don't actually apply to this game. The missing no thing, for instance, is being fixed in yellow, but there is a way to do it, which is different, but I don't remember. So... You named the Pikachu Divachu. We'll have to get to the name rater to be able to change it, because I didn't nickname him. Yeah, I can't just nickname him wherever. Oh, and he's dancing, kind of. He's looking around. I like he does that. Yeah, there's just a lot of little extra things in it. Speed is for crits, not hits. All hits have a 1/256 chance of missing, regardless of accuracy stat though. Okay, thank you. Hello, Mum. If you drive your Pokemon too hard, they'll dislike you. You should take a rest. Thank you. Oh good, you and your Pokemon are looking great. Take care now. Are you happier? Eh. I believe there's a way to, like, increase the Pikachu's friendliness with you quite a lot. I think if you use a potion on it while it's full health, like, that actually increased its, relations with me a little bit. We're not going to see a difference, because it's, like, out of 250 or something like that, but if you keep doing that, I think it will eventually max out. If you really care about that. It has no effect on gameplay, aside from the little image you see when you look at the Pokemon. Hey, Mick, Blank is out at Grandpa's lab. Yep. What's this thing? It's a big map. This is useful. Oh. A town map. This is a world we get to explore. Generally shown in order of which you will go to. And a friggin' power plant, which is all the way over there. When Raticate had a small competitive niche, and when lowering your Pokemon's level was sometimes beneficial. Oh. Did we get told what to do? No, we don't. That's a Pidgey. Oh boy, how will we fight this? If only I had... Oh, wait. Amazing. Very good. Route 1. Pallet Town, Viridian City. Hey, you. Hi, I work at a Pokemon Mart. It's a convenience shop, so please visit us in Viridian City. I know, I'll give you a sample. Here you go. Thank you. Look at that green. So green. See those ledges around the road? It's a bit scary, but you can jump from them. You can get back to Pallet Town quicker that way. They still had those in Sword and Shield. And because you walk around in that game like in, like, you know, any other 3D game, it feels really dated. Thankfully, they got rid of them in Scarlet and Violet, but jeez. I enjoy the Pokemon games, but Game Freak is a company which their design ethos sometimes boggles the mind. What they decide to advance and what they decide to keep, and sometimes they bring things back, and sometimes they don't advance in certain ways, and yeah. You want to know about the two types of Caterpillar Pokemon? Sure. Caterpie has no poison, but Weedle does. Watch out for its poison sting. I don't think we have to worry about Weedles, we can't catch them in yellow. Hey, you came from Pallet Town? You know Prof Oak, right? His order came in. Will you take it to him? Do I have a choice? You get Oak's parcel. Okay, say hi to Prof Oak for me. Well, I can't purchase anything until I give it, I think. The shop finally had some potions in stock. This shop sells a lot of paralysis heals. Wow, tons of Pokemon stuff. Okay, back we go. There we go. I shouldn't skip on training, but yeah, whatever. Well, fine. Hey! As soon as I step in. Yeah, it's a Rattata. I don't think I was able to catch a Rattata in, like, Sword, Scarlet, or, Legends Arceus. Like, 3 games in a row, they didn't have any Rattatas or Raticates in them. Hold on. Maybe not Pidgey either. Pidgey might be one of those, but... It's funny, it's just odd seeing, like... They're so all over the place in these games, and then... later ones, because there's so many other Pokemon. Over 1,000. They don't have one like that. Oh, Mick. How's my old Pokemon? Well, it seems to like you a lot. You must be talented as a Pokemon trainer. What? You have something for me? We delivered the parcel. Ah, this is the custom Pokeball I ordered. Thanks, Mick. By the way, I must ask you to do something for me. Gramps! Gramps, my Pokemon has grown stronger. Check it out. Ah, blank. Good timing. I needed to ask both of you to do something for me. On the desk there is my invention, Pokedex. It automatically records data on Pokemon you've seen or caught. It's a high-tech encyclopedia. Mech and Blank, take these with you. Hooray. I like the little book versions I've got. You got the, Rotom Dex and all that. It's like a smartphone in the more recent games. To make a complete guide on all the Pokemon in the world. That was my dream. But I'm too old. I can't do it. So I want you two to fulfill my dream for me. Get moving, you two. This is a great undertaking in Pokemon history. I'm unlikely to complete the Pokedex. Alright, Gramps. Leave it all to me. Mick, I hate to say it, but I don't need you. I know. I'll borrow a town map from my sis. I'll tell her not to lend you one, Mick. Ha ha ha. Well. Yep, very good. Pokemon around the world wait for you, Mick. Okay, off we go. Well, let's see what the Pokedex says about our Pokemon. Well, there's a Pidgey. We haven't caught one yet, though. And a Rattata, and a Pikachu. It keeps its tail raised to monitor its surroundings. If you yank its tail, it will try to bite you. As would many animals, I believe. Its height is 1 foot 4 inches. Its weight is 13 pounds. If we look at area... Yep, you can't catch any others in the game. There's also a print option. I never had a Game Boy printer, though. Hey there. Grandpa asked you to run an errand? Here, this will help you. Yeah, I guess it's kind of an errand. An undertaking, thank you. Use the tab map to find out where you are. Yep. Map is an item you have to use for your inventory. You can put it into the computer. It does take up one of your slots in your inventory. I think you've got 15 max. So we'll probably want to make sure to keep there's some room in there so we can pick up new items and so on. Nothing? Oh, very good. Man, Professor Oak didn't even give me any Pokeballs or anything. I've been coddled by more recent games. And it's like, here, take 50 Pokeballs. And you can find them lying all over the ground, all over the place as well. You can find them lying around in this game too, but much more specific locations. Hello. Pokemon Centers, heal your tired, hurt, or fainted Pokemon. There's a Pokemon Center in every town ahead. They don't charge any money either. Okay. There's the trade center up there. You can use that PC in the corner. The receptionist told me. So kind. Welcome to the Pokemon Center. We heal your Pokemon back to perfect health. Shall we heal your Pokemon? Yep. Boop. Hello, welcome. Thank you. Your Pokemon are fighting fit. We hope to see you again. Those Pokeballs at your waist. Do you have Pokemon? Well, I have one. It's great that you can carry and use Pokemon anytime, anywhere. That guy's stuck in there. Oh. Hold on, hold up. I don't have any Pokeballs. I forget whether the guy who teaches you gives you any, but we'll buy some. Okay, I'll buy 5. There's something else I remember in these games. Money can be a bit tight. Just because, you can't refight trainers in this. So, I think aside from maybe getting stuff from the game center as prizes or defeating the Elite Four over and over, I don't think there's another way to get money repeatedly. No, hang on. Let me make a save. Okay. Why are we over here? Well, not necessarily for that. But I guess we could get a Nidoran. I think I can get Nidoran males and females in this. I'm gonna have to... I think we can get both? I don't remember. Hey! I was holding up an A. Poison Beam. A mild-mannered Pokemon that does not like to fight. Beware, its small horns secrete venom. Do I want to give a nickname to Nidoran? No, that's fine. You remember there being gambling in these early games, but you can't remember if that started with these ones or Silver Gold. There is gambling in this game, yes. The game center in... Ooh, I forget. Is it Saffron City? It's been quite a few years since I played this. Celadon City, I believe is where it is. I think you get coins for doing slots or card games, and you can exchange them maybe for a nugget, a gold nugget. I know the best reward is 9,999 coins for a Porygon, which I can never be bothered getting. I think you can get an Abra through it as well. Ah, we can't get both of them. I guess I'll get a Nidoran male as well. I might just lower the volume a little bit more. Oh, damn it. I wasn't paying attention. It's kind of funny gambling does exist in a game like this, though. Scrutiny of games wasn't as high at the time. And I guess it wasn't so much of a big deal in a Japanese market. It is odd, though. I don't remember there being any real issues with it at the time. Like, it's not like it affected shops selling the game or anything like that. There wasn't any people going like, oh, the games have got gambling in them, kids shouldn't play them. I don't remember anything like that. Now the card games, those got banned in my school. Because, you know, apparently kids were exchanging money for them. Whether that was true or just the ubiquitous excuse given, I don't know. Think it had more to do with brand power? Yeah, sure. It's just so big you wouldn't really want to get in the way of that. Why am I going over here? We are looking for one Pokemon in particular. Pokemon Yellow has a number of advantages over Blue and Red. Namely, you've got some options. Because, well, Pikachu's not really an option for the first gym. So, we'll use two Pokemon. One which is my usual go-to, which is a Butterfree. And the second one, if we can find one. Maybe I'll have to go a bit further in. Now. Yeah, I thought you were going to find me here. Hey, Mac. You're going to the Pokemon League? Forget it. You probably don't have any badges. The guard won't let you through. By the way, did your Pokemon get any stronger? Oh, there's a trainer fight. I forget how much tougher he will be here. He's got two Pokemon. Sent out Spearow. There's a level 9. Ooh, okay. Whoopsie daisy. Oh well. It's super effective. I don't remember whether the Thunder Shock can paralyze. Hey, stop that. Ow. Not very effective. Okay. What level is your Eevee going to be? 8. Okay. We can work with that. Maybe. I do have a potion, and I will use that if we need to. Though with how the AI works... Oh, great. Thank you. Yep. Using a potion may end up being pointless. Because he's just going to lower my defense so much. Wow. That's like, nah. Nah, you don't get to fight. Well. Go, Nidoran. You're level 4. You've got very little chance. At least you've got tackle. Oh, thanks. Damn it. I'm already not going to hit. Well. Ugh. Just keep using those two moves. Not that one. Well, we're gonna lose the second fight. That's fine. You can't hear the mood sound effects anymore because of the beeping. So the AI chooses moves randomly. And also based off of what would be super effective against the Pokemon they're fighting, if they have a move which would be super effective. They do not take into consideration whether that move actually deals damage or not. So if we're lucky, and I am very lucky with my rolls to hit, which is probably going to run out at some point, we may be able to win. Nope. Well. Yeah, am I great or what? We blacked out. Well. That actually lets me show off something else about the game. Yeah, we'll save it. Because, and this is something I didn't know back in the day, whether you win or lose the fights against your rival actually affects his party, or at least his Eevee. Now, is he going to be there again, or? Oh, he is. Okay. Well, I mean, okay. I think it does, anyway. Is this one of the fights which does that? If you lose the first fight against him, I know it affects things. This one maybe not, because it's a repeating. It's one which you would have to win. Anyway, like, at least there's 3 fights in the game against him, and whether you, in particular, and whether you win or lose them determines how he evolves his Eevee. If you win, oh, we can paralyze you. If we win all 3 of them, his Eevee, I think, becomes a Jolteon to make it harder. If you lose all 3 of them, oh, no, it's 2 fights. Yeah, if you win 2 fights, his Eevee evolves into a Jolteon. If you lose 2 fights, his Eevee evolves into a Vaporeon. You know, because it's easier. And then if you win 1 and lose 1, his Eevee becomes a Flareon. That should help things a bit. It's something which I didn't know back in the day. I think I was just like confused and, oh, why is his Eevee different from what it was last time I played it? I believe the rest of the makeup of his team is the same. And we win. Okay, good. Oh, another critical hit. Yay. Yay, we defeated you. Oh, you just lucked out. Thank you. I heard Pokemon League has many tough trainers. I have to figure out how to get past them. You should quit dawdling and get a move on. Okay. Did I lose money from losing to him? I don't remember. We might have lost some money. I want to save. And it might be this patch here. There we go. It's a Mankey. Very good. Oh, come on. Very good. I held up an A again. Mankey was caught. An agile Pokemon that lives in trees. It angers easily and will not hesitate to attack anything. Do I want to give a nickname to Mankey? No, it's fine. Okay. Let's head back to town. That's what I wanted. Do I want to get a Nidoran mail as well? Yeah, we can look for one. You'll see that down there, the black Pokeball icon, the Mankey which we just caught, was not healed of its paralysis after we caught it. It won't be healed of its damage either. Doesn't do that in this one. Oh, I did actually Yeah, he's actually happy. I did talk to him after we lost the fight. Probably would have been very happy for that. It's a spear owl. I always end up going for a Pidgey rather than a spear owl. Shame, spear owl looks pretty cool. But I think Pidgeot just ends up being stronger. I was going to say, I might try and get some Pokemon which I wouldn't usually run with in this, but no guarantee. Though I don't really remember what I would usually go with. It's been so long. Its large ears are always kept upright. If it senses danger, it will attack with a poisonous sting. No, it's fine. I remember one playthrough I did. Well, the only one I remember I did is I was able to beat the Elite Four with just a Pidgeot, who I leveled up to like level 80. He was called Speedy. That's all I remember about that. He was just able to sweep their Pokemon one after the other. Okay, now let's see. You're level 8, there's no experience share. I'm going to... What moves do you have? Scratch and Leer. Okay. Leer's like Tail Swipe or a Tail Whip. It lowers the enemy's defense. Forget which level Linda and male and female evolve at. Hang on, what's in here? I think it's like level 18 or 24 or something. I'm trying to memorize all my notes. Looked at the notebook. First page. Pokeballs are used to catch Pokemon. Up to 6 Pokemon can be carried. People who raise and make Pokemon fight are called Pokemon trainers. Second page. A healthy Pokemon may be hard to catch, so weaken at first. Poison, burns, and other damage are effective. Third page. Pokemon trainers seek others to engage in Pokemon fights. Battles are constantly fought at Pokemon gyms. Fourth page. The goal for Pokemon trainers is to beat the top 8 Pokemon gym leaders. Do so to earn the right to face the Elite Four of the Pokemon League. Hey, don't look at my notes. Sis says Pokemon will become tame if you treat them nicely. Okay. Be sure to read the blackboard carefully. Oh, okay. The blackboard describes Pokemon status changes during battles. What's sleep? A Pokemon can't attack if it's asleep. Pokemon will stay asleep even after battles. Use Awakening to wake them up. Yep. I think they can wake up on their own during a fight. But the way battles work in the first gen, I believe a Pokemon waking up counts as it having its turn. So you don't get to move after waking up. So you can just be put straight back to sleep again. A burn reduces power and speed. It also causes ongoing damage. Burns remain after battles. Use Burn Heal to cure a burn. Yeah, that was changed. Poison and such don't remain after battles. So you don't take constant poison and burn damage after a Pokemon fight now. When poisoned, a Pokemon's health steadily drops. Poison lingers after battles. Use an antidote to cure poison. And there's also the Toxic, which is souped up poison. Paralysis could make Pokemon moves misfire. Paralysis remains after battles. Use Parley's Heal for treatment. If frozen, a Pokemon becomes totally immobile. It stays frozen even after the battle ends. Use Ice Heal to thaw out Pokemon. I believe that, well, they won't thaw out on their own. A frozen Pokemon, I think as was mentioned earlier in chat, is completely helpless. It can't do anything. no other buildings over here. But I believe they will thaw out if they get hit by a fire move. Which is unlikely to happen if you've been frozen, but interesting little mechanic. My daddy loves Pokemon too. Okay. Speary. Tetweet. Coming up with nicknames is fun, but hard. Simple names are the easiest to remember. Spearow. Name, Speary. Okay. And just books. When I go shop in Pewter City, I have to take the winding trail in Viridian Forest. Oh, we didn't try to go north when I had a given Pokemon Professor Oki's package. This guy blocks you, of course. Ah, I've had my coffee now and feel great. Sure, you can go through. I'm sorry I was so rude to you. I think in the Japanese version, this guy is actually drunk. And he's passed out in the street. I see you using a Pokedex. I'll show you how to catch Pokemon as my apology. Ooh, okay. Shoot, it was so close too. That didn't work. I must be losing my touch. I've run out of Pokeballs too. I have to get some at Pokemart. Okay. Again, missing no doesn't work the same way in this game, so... Viridian City Pokemon Gym. This Pokemon Gym is always closed. I wonder who the leader is. How mysterious. Trainer tips. Catch Pokemon and expand your collection. The more you have, the easier it is to fight. Route 2, Viridian City. Pewter City. Come on. Let's have a look. Another Nidoran. Go, Nidoran. Actually, I'll swap you out for the Mankey. That back sprite, none of the back sprites have been changed. So you'll see some of the older designs amongst them. It's only the facing sprites which were changed. I actually have a evolved form of Mankey in my team in Pokemon Scarlet. It got an extra evolution. Goes from Mankey to Primate and then to Annihilate. It gets so angry he died. I ended up calling him Makumate. We'll go back and heal up again. It's an interesting way of actually getting that Annihilate too. Doesn't evolve through just leveling up. Okay. Now, do I have... I've got one Pokeball. Let me go get another one. Another nice thing about the gold, silver, and crystal, you get running shoes in those. I think you do anyway. You do get a bike in this game. But not for a bit. Yeah, buy 3 of them. Thank you. Okay. Oh, you're back. Hmm? You want me to show you how to catch Pokemon again? No, it's fine. Oh, I'm not good enough for you. Okay, into the forest. Hello. You have to roam far to get new kinds of Pokemon. Look for other types outside of Viridian Forest. Are you going to Viridian Forest? Be careful. It's a natural maze. Sounds harsh. It's a bad tutorial. I came here with some friends. They're out for Pokemon fights. Okay. Hello. Hi, do you have a Pikachu? Yes, I do. You can see it just over there. Lass wants to fight. Lass send out Nidoran female. Go Nidoran male. I guess I could just say Nidoran, but... Oh, hang on. Yeah, right. Go Mankey. Stop that. Ugh. Stop it! Gonna be here all day. Do you not have any other moves? Thank you. I mean, I'm fine with you using ground, I guess, but... Yay, level 3. Okay, I'm gonna swap out. That would just help get rid of those, stat decreases if I wanted to put him back in, but it really shouldn't be a problem. Okay. You also have no bar to show you how much experience points your Pokemon's got, and how close they are to leveling. Level 9. Oh no, really? We get 90 Poke Dollars. I looked forever, but I never found a Pikachu here. Yep. I have the only one in the entire world. Yeah, we found a Pokeball. If people know where any of the hidden items are lying around, so I don't have to use the, what's it called? The item finder when I eventually get it. Feel free to chime in. It's a Caterpie. Yeah, let me... Okay, one more hit. Okay, there we go. It's level 6 too. That will help things. Yay. Caterpie, worm. If you touch the feeler on top of its head, it will release a horrible stink to protect itself. No, it's fine. For poison, use antidote. Get it at Pokemon Marts. There one here? No. Hey, what do you think? Okay. Let me see. The weird sprite used in your inventory for the bug type Pokemon. Looks like some kind of cicada. Okay, swap it out. Put Mankey in. The first gym, I think Rock's Pokemon are like level... He's got 2, Geodude and an Onix, and I think they're like level 10 and 12 or something like that. And then I think this year, the second gym has got like level 20 Pokemon. It's quite a jump up. Hey, level 6. It's also got a Starmie, which is, that's a thing. Okay, put you out. I do appreciate the experience shares in the more recent games, or rather just how the game, like, gives experience to all of your Pokemon rather than having to swap them in and out like you do in this one. Though I find it does mean that you level up very quickly. And like, with how early some of the Pokemon level up, it feels like you barely get any time with the Pokemon at their unevolved forms before they're fully evolved. Like a starter Pokemon, I feel I've had evolved before the like 3rd gym or something in the more recent ones. They just speed along. I don't know really what the solution to that would be. Maybe raising the levels which Pokemon evolve at? Some of those two evolve late, though. I think, like, the latest is, like, level 60 or something, isn't it? It's, like, one of the, dragon-type Pokemon. Like Tyranitar or one of the other ones from the later games. They all evolve later. Because dragon types are powerful and awesome. And I rarely make use of them in the early games anyway. Well, actually, the only one in this is is Dratini. I forget where you get Dratinis. Can you catch them? I don't remember. I ran out of Pokeballs to catch Pokemon with. You should carry extras. Okay. Out of the way, Pikachu. Trainer tips. If you want to avoid battles, stay away from grassy areas. It did warn me. Meow. Thank you. something else that's really nice in the later games is being able to just swap the moves your Pokemon have memorized around however you wish. You can just choose from all of the moves which they would learn. On the fly, even. You don't need to go to a specific person. In this, if you forget a move, I don't know if you can remember it again. There's a move tutor, but I forget what he does exactly. Okay. Canopy can't cut it. Okay, how are we going for leveling up at all? Can I see how much experience you need? 33 to level 7. Okay. Well, once you evolve, you're scared the bugs away. That'll be easier. Oh, Pidgey. No, swap that. Bug versus flying. Nearly one hit. Okay. How much health do you have? Hey! Caterpie's evolving. Now, I could cancel this, and in the earlier ones there is reason to cancel it, because Pokemon can learn moves earlier if they're unevolved. But we gotta let it learn harder. Some Pokemon learn moves earlier. I think, like... It's things like, if you don't evolve Bulbasaur, you'll get Razor Leaf maybe a few levels earlier than you would if you evolved it. But, it's not really something I ever particularly bothered with. I think some Actually, I don't know whether whether Pokemon would learn moves which they can't move once they evolve. Wait, did I say that right? I don't know if there are Pokemon who learn moves they can't learn once they evolve. I think they just learn them at later levels. Okay. Very good. Let's go back. I think there are a small handful of abilities like that. Yeah. I can't remember any moves in particular. I think you could, if you did hold off of evolving, you could end up having it so that your Pokemon doesn't learn a move which they would learn at a specific level if you evolve them, but... Magikarp? There's one Pokemon that evolves before they learn a skill that's apparently pretty good. Oh, like Flail or something? Contact Prof Oak with PC to get your Pokedex evaluated. Yo, you can't gam out if you're a Pokemon trainer. What? Bugcatcher wants to fight. Oh, I guess he's saying, you know, you can't skimp out on a fight. Go Metapod. Oh, we're going to be here all day. But luckily, I evolved blind, so I have tackle. If you just catch it, it doesn't have tackle. Apparently he just caught his. Okay. As funny as it is. Another Caterpie. Mankey. Again, this is... Sorry, I'm sitting back. Again, this is what the set option changed when I... which I changed earlier. That I can't change my Pokemon in response to them putting their Pokemon out. I have to wait until their Pokemon's out. Makes things a little trickier. Another Metapod. Pikachu, you're up. Metapod's sprite here always confused me. It looks like he's looking at you with a nose, but he's actually looking away from you. It makes more sense when you see them later, but like the way they curve, the way that sprite's done is that he's actually like facing away from you. Level 10. Pikachu's well on our way to become our sweeper. Huh? I ran out of Pokemon. I'm going to catch some stronger ones. Okay, yeah, we looked at that. What's this? You get a potion. Hooray! Something up here? Mankey Pack Sprite doesn't look like him. Looks like a tentacle slime thing. Yeah. The Metapod sprite is a bit odd too. We'll use a Harden because he's only got string shot, so he can only slow me down. He can't lower my defense. Or rather, he's only got string shot and tackle, right? The thrilling fights of early Pokemon games. Yay! How's our team going? The Nidorans could do with some experience. I would like to have them all up around level 6, so we might hang around here for a moment to help level them up. Okay. Let me head back a bit more towards the entrance if we're going to be doing this. I believe the Pokemon in here are the same in any patch of grass. I mean, yes, of course it is. It's set by area, not by grass patch. That's in some of the later ones, I think. Maybe not. I'm thinking of... Okay, yeah, never mind. It is always by area, by route. Well... Okay, I can think of a case where that's not, but I don't remember it specifically. There's an area in one of the later games, Gold and Silver, where you can catch Smeargles. And I don't remember whether that's in the same route and it's in just a specific patch of grass or whether it's in a separate area. But I know that you can only get them in a certain spot. The first example I was thinking of was Feebas, which is only in a specific pond, I believe. Not that I ever caught one. Those stupid Feebas have such a low encounter rate. I never even saw one. That's in Ruby and Sapphire, though. I just remember it being like, no, they're only in this pond, in this one pond in this area, and you have to fish there, and it's like a very low chance to be able to catch one. I never got one. Oh, here's something. Ah, he dancing. Very good. He's too far away. You can't even talk to him now. Talk to him there. Okay. Let me think. We go all the way through here, then we'll be to Pewter City. Then we'd have to go back in here to train anyway. I may as well make my way all the way through here. Hooray! So you're level 6, so I'll swap you over now. They're still really not that capable. Oh, well, I guess doesn't really matter. Okay, very good. You might be able to deal with that on your own? Hmm. Good job. Hooray. Very good. I think IVs are in this game? Or is it EVs? I forget which one's which. The ones which make your Pokemon stats increase more when they level up when you're training them, rather than catching them at a level. Because in the later games, you can get items to increase those without having to train them up. Whereas in this, you kind of want to get a Pokemon as low level at as low level as possible. Because when you train it up, it will be more powerful. It doesn't get those extra points retroactively. Only remember HMs and TMs. Yeah, this is like partially hidden mechanics in the game. It's so that each Pokemon will be slightly different. There's EVs, which are evolution points, and IVs, which are... I forget what it stands for. I could just look it up. I mean, it's just right here. Let me see. Pokemon IV. Individual values, which are like its genes in a way. Let's go into the Bulbapedia and tell me. Generation 1 and 2, only 4 IVs are stored for each Pokemon. Attack, defense, speed, and special. Each of these is used to determine its associated stat. With the HP IV determined from the IV stored for the other 4. IVs range from 0 to 15. HP IV is calculated by taking the least significant bit, blah blah blah. That's coding stuff. So yeah, it's like every Pokemon you get has different IV values, which means that its stats will be slightly different. No stealing of Pokemon from other trainers. Catch only wild Pokemon. Okay. So like, if I had this Pidgey, if I get this Pidgey, do I want this one? I mean, I guess I can get a Pidgey. Well, whatever. It might have like, I don't know, 16 hit points. But then I might find another level 4 Pidgey and it might have 15 hit points because their IV values are different. And then as you level them up, the difference between their hit points will be greater. Hey, wait up! What's the hurry? It's not something I worry about particularly because I never play on a competitive level, so I never fussed about having perfect IVs for my Pokemon. Just another thing which, like, because you learn in the games, like, oh, a Pokemon which you raise yourself is stronger than just one which you catch in the wild. And it's like, okay, and you do see that that is the case, but why exactly that's the case, the games themselves don't explain to you, and for good reason, you know. It's sort of like, it's not really meant to be examined that closely. It's just like, oh well, they're animals, they've got different, they're living creatures, they've got different different capabilities. As I said though, the later games have items which you can give them to raise their EVs. I don't know if you can modify their IVs. Let me have a look. This is going to be just me getting distracted all the time. Let me see. Pokemon. Scarlet Violet. Pokemon encountered in Terra Raid battles are guaranteed to have perfect 31 in their IVs. They have one guaranteed perfect IV in 1 and 2-star raids. Yeah, okay. Anyway, I'm not going to read all that. Terra Raids are like, you know, fights against individually more powerful Pokemon. I give! You're good at this! Get 100 Pokebucks for winning. Sometimes you can find stuff on the ground. I'm looking for the stuff I dropped. Okay. I don't remember whether such stuff can be hidden in grass. I know it can be hidden on, like, a tree, but... And something else which has changed in the more recent games. That there's no HMs anymore. There's still TMs. There's 2 different types of TMs. Ones which are like... Well, that kind of depends during game. I was going to say there's ones which don't break or ones which do, but... That depends on the game. Scarlet and Violet, you have to craft them. Rolls eyes a bit. But there's no HM, so you don't get, like, Cut and Surf and all that. You instead, in Scarlet, have a Pokemon which does that for you. The Sandwich Fiend. And Fly is pretty much like a customer service. You just get flown around the place like a taxi. Trainer tips. If you want to avoid battles, stay away from grassy areas. Okay. Hello. Have you noticed the bushes on the roadside? They can be cut down by a special Pokemon move. Many Pokemon live only in forests and caves. You need to look everywhere to get different kinds. Okay. Yeah, he means these bushes. These ones. Okay, we'll probably be using this patch of grass a fair bit to train early on. So about Nidoran. I have to stop myself from just using Pikachu all the time. Well, I guess that will help. I need to change my moves around. If I can. I don't remember. I guess we'll find out. Hey! Hey! Do you get a move? No. Okay. Any Pokemon that takes part in battles, however short, earns XP. There aren't many serious Pokemon trainers here. They're all like bug catchers, but Pewter Jim's Rock is totally into it. When Jigglypuff sings, Pokemon get drowsy. Me too, snore. Very good. Pokemon centers are wonderful. They heal Pokemon completely. Even conditions like sleep, burn, poison, and others are cursed. Are cured, not cursed. It looks very content to sleep. Huh? Oh. No, it's adorable. Wake up. Very good. What? Team Rocket is at Mount Moon, huh? I'm on the phone. Scram! Welcome to our Pokemon Center. We're healing your Pokemon back to perfect health. Blah blah blah. I wonder how they'd set the colors of the different towns, considering Pokemon Yellow is not actually a Game Boy Color game. We hope to see you again. Now, how did I make sure that the colors for the areas were consistent? Pokemon become easier to catch when they are hurt or asleep. But it's not a sure thing. Pokemon learn new techniques as they grow. But some moves will be taught by the trainer. That is a TM. They are one use. There aren't many. Oh, we'll talk to you. Blah blah blah. What's this? Psst. Do you know what I'm doing? Yes, that's right. It's hard work. No, hold on. Can I ask you a third time? No, I don't. I'm spraying Repel to keep Pokemon out of my garden. Ah, okay. Pewter City, a stone grey city. Notice. Thieves have been stealing Pokemon fossils at Mount Moon. Please call Pewter Police with any info. Okay, also, since we made it here, let me make a save. Okay. You're a trainer, right? Brock's looking for new challenges. Follow me. there's a way to sneak past this guy. If you have the right stuff, go take on Brock. And he walks right through a wall. Pewter City Pokemon Gym. Leader Brock, the rock-solid Pokemon trainer. It's rumored that Clefairies came from Mount Moon. Or came from the moon. They appeared after Moonstone fell on Mount Moon. Okay. What's up here? Nothing? Think this is a museum? Pewter Museum of Science. It's 50 Pokebucks for a child's ticket. Would you like to come in? Yeah, sure. Right, 50. Thank you. That's not an exhibit. That is one magnificent fossil. Strange. Aerodactyl fossil. A primitive and rare Pokemon. Okay, we can only look at the ones on the sign. Ooh. Utops fossil. A primitive and rare Pokemon. We have a space exhibit now. Moonstone? What's so special about it? July 20th, 1969. The first lunar landing. I brought a color TV to watch it. Meteorite that fell on Mount Moon. Moonstone? I want a Pikachu. It's so cute. I asked my daddy to catch me one. I'd like to get that Pikachu off you, but it's too attached to you. Space Shuttle Columbia. Apparently they've just got the whole thing in here. Okay. And we can't go up into that area yet. I need to have cut. Hello. Nidoran, sit! Our Pokemon's an outsider, so it's hard to handle. An outsider is a Pokemon that you get in a trade. It grows fast, but it may ignore an unskilled trainer in battle. If only we had some badges. Oh. Okay. Did you check that out in the museum? Yeah. Weren't those fossils from Mount Moon amazing? Yeah, they were pretty neat. Shady old man got me to buy this really weird fish Pokemon. It's totally weak and it costs 500 Pokebucks. Good things can happen if you raise Pokemon diligently, even the weak ones. Don't really need anything else. Okay, training time. As I said, we're going to want people at least like level 10. Or rather, I guess more specifically, I want to have certain Pokemon learn certain moves. I'll give Nidoran here some experience, but I'll swap to Metapod so we can get Butterfree. That will be level 12, I think. So it might be a little bit. That's the other thing. The more recent games just have, like, rare candies all over the place. And, like, parts of rare candies, like smaller ones, which let you give, like, little bits of experience to your Pokemon. You could just give them like 50 fragments of a rare candy and they can get a whole bunch of experience. Just find them lying around. It's like, right, this Pokemon I've got needs like 5 more levels. I'll just give it a whole bunch of these rare candy fragments to level it up 5 levels. A lot of it is to make the process of having competitive battles, competitive teams easier to assemble and allow you to experiment with them more. Which, you know, I can't really be upset at it. Even though I don't particularly do that myself. There's quite a few nice conveniences in the more recent ones. Swap you over. Very good. Oh. I think one of the things which took a while for me to unlearn because of Gen 1 is the fact that electric attacks actually do affect rock. They're not very effective, but you can hit rock Pokemon with electric moves. It's ground, which is completely immune to electric, which makes sense. But rock and ground are such a common pairing in Gen 1 that you come to the wrong, so it's easy to sort of conflate, like, oh, it's a rock type, it's immune to electricity, without realizing that it's a dual type. Like Geodude's rock and ground, I'm pretty sure. But Onyx isn't. I think Onyx is pure rock type. Nick. How much more experience? $142. Okay. Also, we didn't see the entry for Metapod. Did we? Hardened its shell to protect itself. However, a large impact may cause it to pop out of its shell. I think we've seen everything else. All the way up there is Eevee. Oh, I guess Gust is a normal type move. It's not flying. Otherwise it would be dealing a lot more damage. Is Peck a normal move, or is... I guess I'd have to get a Pidgey and check. Let me have a look. After we've healed our Pokemon. Okay, let me have a look. Pidgey. Okay, level set. Gen 1. Learns Gust, which is a normal type move. Yeah, okay. Wing Attack's a flying move. Is Gust always normal? I thought, No, Gust became a flying move. So, yeah. That explains it. Ugh. I like the updated sprite for Rattata here. Though it is less dynamic than the older ones. As I said earlier, I had Pokemon Yellow growing up, and my friend had Pokemon Blue, I think? I don't remember if he had Pokemon Red as well. He might have gotten that a bit later. I was always a bit disappointed that I couldn't do the missing node trick in Pokemon Yellow. Because I wanted to be able to duplicate my Master Balls and my rare candies and all. Pokemon Yellow is also kind of in an odd position, considering that Red and Blue form a complete pair, so you don't really have any Pokemon which the other two games need. Though it's nice being able to get, well, we'll see later. Yeah, those arms of Mankey's is really weird looking. You can get all three starters in this, which is nice. Maybe I won't have to level up too much. We'll see. The trainers leading up to him will help us level up a bit more anyway. I would just like to get a... Let me see. When do you get, Butterfree? Let me see. No. Evolution. There we go. No, that's not the right one. There it is. Level 10. Okay. And then when's Butterfree learn the move I'm looking for? At level 10. Okay, very good. I guess because the Pidgeys don't have a flying move, I can actually use Mankey. It wouldn't be a problem. I think I've already been using Mankey. I hadn't been paying attention. Very good. Level 9, hooray! Mankey got 18 experience points. Pikachu got 18. So how many more do you need for the next level? 266. Okay. Let's head out again. Can you deal with this on your own? Yeah, you can. Good. Very good. 55. Very good. Won't take too long. We'll go heal up though. As I said, money is a bit tight early on in the game, so we won't be reusing our potions when we can just go here to get healing for free. I was also wondering what level Nidoran male, I think, learns Poison Needle, but, Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the only place you can find magic, money, magic, Gen 1 is Elite Four in the Champion, yes. Pretty much, because they're the only fights which you can repeat. I think you can make money by getting prizes from the, games corner and selling them. But it's either that or the Elite Four. So... I'm saying this because I do remember running out of money in some of my games in the distant past, because full restores are very expensive, and it's easy to go through all the money which you've accrued through the game if you lose to the Elite Four and you have to purchase them all again. Because you don't want to restart because you got levels from fighting the Elite Four. So, hello, welcome. You can also make money if you have Meowth that knows Payday. Ah, yes, that would be another way to get money. However, you cannot get a Meowth in Pokemon Yellow. Don't know if you can get one through a trade, but you can't catch them normally. Yeah, it wouldn't be very fast. I think you can get like 50 or 100 or like 150 Pokebucks per battle. I forget how much exactly it is every time you use it. It's not much. It does add up if you use it multiple times, but it's more of a bonus. You just look it up. One moment. Okay, let me see. Payday. Payday scatters coins with a value equal to twice the user's level. Up to 200 coins if the user is level 100. In this generation, the maximum in Gen 1, the maximum amount of Payday coins allowed per battle was 999,999. After this, the game still states that coins are scattered with every user Payday, but the value of coins stored by the game will not increase any further. I'm surprised it doesn't just roll over. And then you pick up all the coins after the battle. If you somehow manage to use it to get to that amount. How, I don't know. Okay, well, okay, never mind. I was going to check my Pokemon, but, this Rattata had other ideas. Come on, you can't beat me. You dealt 3 damage with a critical hit. Okay. That's fine. Well, we just need 1 more level. And then it should be fine. No, a huge fan of the games. Like the earlier seasons in the anime, you watched up until the end of Johto. I enjoy the games. I've played most of them. The only ones which I really haven't played much of is... let me see. Diamond and Pearl, because I didn't have a DS. I got a 3DS later. I never finished Sun and Moon, because the frame rate issue on that put me off. And, well, I haven't finished Scarlet completely yet. And I haven't finished Arceus. And I haven't got ZA. I didn't actually watch the anime. I wanted to. But it was on at like 6 a.m. in the morning, and my dad didn't want to have the TV on with cartoons playing in the morning, so I never got to watch it. I've thought about going back and watching it now, though I don't think I would really be able to enjoy it, unfortunately. It's a bit too thin on plot and too sort of what do you call it? Formulaic for me to really be able to enjoy now. Compared to Dex and Arceus, took 2 years of weekend stream sessions. I quite enjoy Arceus. I kind of wish they went a bit further with it. Like, that... So Legends Arceus has got this... It's got this... a direction to it where you're more like... There's more like research about the Pokemon. Hey! And I wish that you could actually, Oh, well, after this. What? Metapod is evolving. Yay! Oh, look at it. It's doing a happy bounce. It learned confusion. There we go. It doesn't learn the powders? I guess in a level or 2. But yeah, Legends Arceus has got this, like, you're doing research to find out about these strange beings called Pokemon. Because of reasons in the plot and all, which I won't go into. But I wish it had, like, more of the researching aspect. Like, I wish you would actually have to, like, go out and take photos of the Pokemon in their natural habitats. And, like, feed them things, and I think there's a bit of that, but alright. I'd have to continue playing it. I think I'm maybe about halfway through it. I do like how dangerous some of the Pokemon are. And I had a Parasect! Oh, that was fun. Been a few games since I was able to have a Parasect. We probably won't have one in this. They're not very good. Poor Paris and Parasect suffer from being bug grass, and it's not a very good type combination. Now, let me see. Do I want to level up Mankey? What level does he learn a fighting move? Gen 1. Okay, he learns low kick at level 9. And he gets stabbed from it. What level is the Mankey? What level is the Mankey? The Mankey is level 7. People mind if I train up the Mankey? Back to the field. Biggest problem was the animator adds too many filler episodes when nothing important happens. There's funny moments with Team Rocket being bombing idiots and Brock trying to flirt with every girl he meets. Yeah! Yeah. I wonder if there's like a list of like... the Pokemon anime with as few filler episodes as possible. Even though it's not based off of a manga. I guess getting rid of more superfluous stories? I haven't looked into that. I was watching through Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z like a month or so ago. I should continue that. What am I up to with that? Hold on. I don't know. It doesn't say. I think I'm up... No, I'm up to the Cell Saga. And I'm watching a fan cut version of it, which gets rid of a lot of filler scenes. Actually, really anything which isn't in the manga. So it's a lot shorter. But I've been enjoying it. Surprisingly close to the manga, which I read the previous year. That's another thing I didn't grow up watching. I wasn't particularly interested in Dragon Ball Z when I was young. Partly again also because, you know, I wasn't able to watch it on TV. Cell Saga arrived with a freeze of 5 episodes. I can imagine. What is it, like, Namek takes, like, how many episodes? Like 60 episodes or something? In the uncut version? Or is it like over 100 or something? Just because they had to keep filling in time as Toriyama completed new chapters. Poor guy was running himself ragged writing and drawing them anyway. Reading a interview with the guy, and it's like, yeah, I get up at like midday and have a meal, and then I like work until like early in the morning, and then I have like 6 hours sleeping. I think at one point he was like working for like 3 days straight or something. Yeah, I know it's yeah, it's pretty difficult for the manga artists in the first place. I don't read too much manga. I guess Dragon Ball Z now, but the main one I read would be JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which I haven't caught up on for a while. But I can imagine Araki would get a fair amount of leeway considering how popular it is. I would think maybe more than they usually get. Maybe not too much. What did I watch on TV back then? DuckTales, Darkwing Duck. Looney Tunes, which are on Saturdays. After school things. Well, we didn't have Nickelodeon. I think maybe Our Real Monsters might have been on TV. Trying to remember, like, Angry Beavers was later. That was like 2000s more. Ah. Inspector Gadget, I guess? No, with Naruto, they ended up doing the whole Ninja War plotline because they needed to simplify character designs to get stuff out the door fast enough. That's a series I know basically nothing about. I know that's a huge one. And also, oh, jeez. What's the pirate one? One Piece. Yes, that's it. Thank you. I guess I read them partly for interest, but also because of, like, well, they've been so influential, I should at least, you know what they're about. And also to see the different artistic styles in them. Because, I like taking notes on that type of stuff. And I like to know where references and things are from. That's why I ended up reading JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, because it was being referenced in, hey, look at other media. And I went back and read, Fist of the North Star for the same reason. That was fun. The second part of it is a bit superfluous, but I guess it was still enjoyable. Okay, with that done, we'll probably sweep the gym. Zerk, something you want to look into because of how much it's influenced the stuff? Yeah, I've heard of that as well. This is something I could just mention to my real life friends and they'd be like, oh, here, read all this. Probably be happy to help him with that. Oh, Pewter City, Pokemon Gym, Leader Brock, winning trainers, blank. Well, who? Apparently no one's won here. Hiya, I can tell you have what it takes to become a Pokemon champ. I'm no trainer, but I can tell you how to win. This guy always looks like he's got his head up in the air. Like looking up at the roof or something. Let me take you to the top. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's get happening. It will be tough for your Pikachu at this gym. Electric attacks are harmless to Brock's ground-type Pokemon. I mean, he does specify, but it doesn't say that Brock's type Pokemon are ground, rock, and rock. Whatever. You think, oh, it's got all ground Pokemon. No. Oh, I did see that. I think it was like, stop messing around, kid. You're still light years from facing Brock. Ooh! Sent out a Diglett. It's a ground-type Pokemon. So we don't need to use Low Kick, really. Very good. We get 156 experience points. Sent out Sandshrew, another ground type. And a Pokemon I never actually really use. Yeah, swap over to Butterfree. I believe Butterfree is now Bug and Flying. I used to think that it's Bug and Psychic, but it's not actually. Oh, light years isn't time, it measures distance. You're pretty hot, but not as hot as Brock. Okay, let's go back to the Poke Center and heal up. Brock can be kind of tricky, not just because he's got the Rock-type Pokemon, but also because his Onix has a particular move which is unfair, shall we say, in Gen 1? There's a few moves in the game. I feel like this is a repeating topic. Which, well, okay, so his Onix knows a move called... Wait, am I thinking of the right one? Is it Bind, or does he know Bide? If it's Bide, it's not that much of a problem. Anyway, whatever. I think it's Bide, which is a pretty useless move. I'm Brock. I'm Pewter's gym leader. I believe in rock-hard defense and determination. That's why my Pokemon are all the rock type. Do you still want to challenge me? Fine then. Show me your best. Brock wants to fight. He's got a shirt on. Sent out Geodude. I like the sprite for Geodude there. Anki, low kick. Super effective. Eh. Oh, that music. Thank you, leveled up. Yay, level 10. Onix. Onix's sprite is alright. Does kind of feel like they had to cram it into the box, but oh well. It's level 12. Okay. Critical hit. Super effective. Now, low kick in this, actually, hang on, I don't know. Yeah, there we go, Bide. Okay. So what Bide does is the Pokemon will do nothing for a few turns and then attack the if it's hit with damaging moves while it's biding its time, it will deal like a lot of damage based on how much damage it takes. You may as well just attack those turns instead. Thank you, grew to level 11. And we defeated him. I didn't even need Butterfree. Oh well, future-proofing. I took you for granted. As proof of your victory, here's a boulder badge. Hooray. That's an official Pokemon League badge. Its bearer's Pokemon become more powerful. The technique Flash can now be used anytime. They don't actually get more powerful. Your Pokemon are unchanged by the badges you have, but having badges lets Pokemon with higher levels obey you. Wait, take this with you. We receive TM34. TM contains a technique that can be taught to Pokemon. A TM is good only once, so when you use one to teach a new technique, pick the Pokemon carefully. TM34 contains Bide. You saw its effectiveness in the battle. Your Pokemon will absorb damage in battle, then pay it back double. Like, it would be more useful if Bide actually increased your defenses while you were using it, but it doesn't. There are all kinds of trainers in the world. Some raise Pokemon for fights, some see them as pets. I'm in training to become a Pokemon breeder. If you take your Pokemon training seriously, go visit the gym in Cerulean City, and test your abilities. Okay. Winter training blank mech. Hooray! Just as I thought, your Pokemon champ material. Okay. I feel something which I should mention is back when Pokemon came out, maybe I was just ignorant of it and I wasn't looking in the right places, but it really felt like it just came out of absolutely nowhere. I feel pretty confident in saying that there wasn't any kind of... There wasn't as massive of a marketing campaign here as there might have been in the US. So... I sort of just remember school was fine one week and then next week it was kind of all over the place. Hello? You looked at me, didn't you? Turns out a Pidgey. Okay, I should probably be leveling up my Nidorans. Let me see. You can finish this Pidgey off, right? As long as it doesn't deal half your health and damage. Very good. Hey, level 7. That's fine. Right? Oh, we didn't talk to Pikachu after beating the gym. I think he's got a little celebratory image which plays. There's quite a few different interactions with him, depending on situations. Again, it doesn't have any effect on him in battle. It's not like friendship in the later games. You're mean. Staring if you don't want to fight. Hey. Okay. Maybe that's what I was talking about. We can put the Pikachu into the poke box, into the computer. It's not forced to be part of your team. Though you cannot evolve the Pikachu. You cannot have it become a Raichu. You might be able to trade him? I'm not too sure. I think you would be able to trade him to another game. That would just be like a normal Pikachu. If you do that. They might be able to evolve them. But then if you trade it back, you know, he wouldn't be following you around because... Oh, it's only a Pikachu which follows you around. I don't actually know how the games would handle that, but probably just it would recognize it as just a normal Pikachu. Hey, I met you in Viridian Forest. Okay. Ow. Oh. Well, I guess that helps. Something else in this game, in Gen 1, there is no abilities for Pokemon. So, like static or levitate or things like that. Nothing like that. Let me swap you over. Which, yeah, it does simplify things quite a bit. You don't have to worry about a Pokemon having sturdy and not being able to one-shot them. Nidoran learns Scratch. I think it's basically just a stronger tackle. Maybe it was a different PP level. Horn attack. I think that could hit multiple times. Hey, a Weedle. I wish I could catch one. Doesn't work. Nidoran is a poison type. Okay, Horn attack doesn't attack multiple times, just once. Burp. It's nice being able to see the screen without having to have like a flashlight on my Game Boy. I remember having the game at my grandparents' and I was sitting in the tree in their front yard playing the game up in the branches where the sun could shine on the screen. See, Nintendo? I play the games. I go outside while playing the games. You don't have to be so worried about people staying indoors playing the games all the time. Your own fault, because later on you gave consoles backlight. You beat me again! You don't have a name, so I don't know who you were. There are other kinds of Pokemon than those found in the forest. If you caught other kinds of Pokemon, would you still be a bug catcher? Okay. Hang on. Let me... Oh, first save. Okay. Then, I want to go here, and... Right, yeah, okay. I can't change their move order. I'm just gonna have to learn what it is. Okay, our party's looking pretty balanced. They're all in 8 to 11. That's pretty good. Hi, I like shorts. They're comfy and easy to wear. Youngster wants to fight. He sent a thing. He has a Rattata. Perhaps it's in the top percentage of Rattatas. All the jokes. Alright. Stop using quick attack. It's so fast. Thank you. Okay. Ooh, an Ekans. Another Pokemon we cannot get in, one yellow. Ooh, it flinched. But it wasn't very effective. Switch to Butterfree. Ow. Okay, good. You weren't poisoned. I don't believe it. Are you storing your Pokemon on PC? Each box can hold 20 Pokemon. Back to the Poke Center we go. I guess I still have a free spot in my team. Hello. Are you a trainer? Let's fight. Alright, put up your dukes. Another Weedle. Nope. I don't remember what the difference between Scratch and Tackle is. If there is a difference. They got the same PP. I don't think Scratch has got a higher critical hit chance. Maybe it does. Hey, level 9. Ooh, Kakuna. Probably just gonna have Harden. I like one of the sprites for Kakuna in Pokemon Red, I think, where it's got its little arms out. It's like two little, what's it called, like poison horns or whatever. Something which you don't see anywhere else. It's kind of what I mean about liking some of the older art, because I think they tend to stick to the design sheet a bit too close, in that they don't even let them kind of change based on things like that, like being able to move around like that. Anyway. I'm not explaining it well. Canopy. Switch over to the other Nidoran. And let me guess, it's going to be a Metapod. Oh, I know it's going to be a Metapod. I guess what I mean is that it feels like in fear of going off model, they stick too close to the model. If I had two Pokemon, I would have won. I don't think it works like that. If a Pokemon box on the PC gets full, just switch to another box. I think it switches to another one automatically. I'm pretty sure it would. If you catch a Pokemon and one box is full, or just put them into the next one. That look you gave me, it's so intriguing. You got a Rattata. Swap you over. Ow. Yeah, so let me lower your defense when you've got so little hit points. Damn it. Okay. Yeah, Butterfree. Very good. Be nice. Avoid fights by not letting people see. Yeah, but I talk to you. Okay, back to town we go. We're gonna take the time to fight all the trainers here. Yeah, it just shows how much they have to lift. I can take you on with my two Pokemon. What do you mean you've got 6? Well, I've actually got 5, but... I don't know what's going to fill in the 6th slot. For now, anyway. I can't really remember what Pokemon are available coming up in the next areas. Is there a grass type? That would be useful. I don't think I can get Oddish or Bellsprout yet. Okay, you got up a level. Oh, the other Nidorann's gone up a level already anyway. Well, whatever. I guess I could be leveling up Pikachu. That would help against the gym. Hey, critical hit. Level 12. You learn double kick. Nice. I don't think double kick is a fighting move. Let me have a look. I think it's just a normal move. Well, maybe it is a fighting move. I'm just being wrong. Hang on. It says it's a fighting type, so I guess it is. Yeah, okay, double kick's a fighting type move. Cool. Done like dinner. Trained Pokemon are stronger than the wild ones. Yeah, there we go. Hey, you. Hey, you're not wearing shorts. Aren't I? I can't tell. Youngster wants to fight. Youngster send out shorts. Oh, Spearow. Level 14 Spearow. Well, Pikachu, here you go. Stop that. I think it's something else in the later games, that paralysis will actually wear off after a while. I don't think it wears off in this. Or maybe that's because of friendship. They'll like shake off paralysis. Nidoran female learned double kick. Pikachu went to level 11. It's trying to learn quick attack. Can't learn more than 4 moves. Delete a move to learn quick attack? Yes. Let's see. Growl lowers attack. Tail Whip lowers defense. By Thunder Wave, I don't really need to lower the defense, I guess. Whatever, I'm going to replace both of them anyway. Eventually. We learn quick attack. Lost, lost, lost. I always wear shorts, even in winter. It's like my brother. Some people just get hot. Okay. I also compulsively go back to the Poke Center because I don't remember where the next, well, when fights which you have to take will occur, like with your, with our rival or other ones. I don't remember where they all are. Eek, did you touch me? Got a Jigglypuff. Kick it. Of course, Jigglypuff in this game is a normal type Pokemon. It's not fairy. So we have type advantage against it. Instead of the, I think it's the other way around. In the more recent ones. That's it. Route 4 is at the foot of Mount Moon. Oh boy. The mountains. It's the part I'm not looking forward to in the game, really. We might have to retreat from the mountain occasionally to heal up. Well, I guess I could get a Spearow. Tiny bird. Inept at flying high. However, it can fly around very fast to protect its territory. Do you want to give a nickname to Spearow? No. Oh, and I think unlike more recent games, you don't get experience for catching a Pokemon. I could make things easier on myself and buy a repeller or two to go through the mountain with. Eh. The experience will toughen us. There's so many goddamn Zubats. Poison flying. I actually had a Zubat in my team in Pokemon Arceus, or it was a Crobat. Something which I'd never really had. Whew, I better take a rest. That tunnel for Cerulean takes a lot out of you. Route 3, Mount Moon ahead. Okay. Hello, welcome. Oh, there's a Poke Center right here. Ouch! I tripped over a rocky Pokemon, Geodude. If you have too many Pokemon, you should store them via PC. I have 6 Pokeballs set in my belt. At most, you can carry 6 Pokemon. Why? Who knows? Team Rocket attacks Cerulean citizens. Team Rocket is always in the news. Man, hello there. Have I got a deal just for you? I'll let you have a swell Magikarp for just 500. What do you say? No. No? I'm only doing this as a favor to you. So, I just had an inkling that that guy might actually... Can I ask him again? Yeah, he keeps offering it. That might have something to do with one of the bugs in the game, so I'm not going to purchase it now. Been ages since you played any Pokemon. See some 2.5 remakes. That'd be interesting to see. They've kind of got a remake of this with Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, which came out a few years ago. I played a demo of one of those, but that's pretty good. It is a different game though. It's got a lot more of the modern conveniences, but yeah, this is the one I grew up with. I played all the old games from your youth. They're not old! They only came out, I don't know, 3 decades ago. Is there an order? Which one was first, red or green? They both came out simultaneously as far as I remember. Because red and green were the ones which came out in Japan. And then when they came over to the West... Oh, I wouldn't... Well, I don't know specifically, so if you know dates, then... that'd be more definitive. But I know that green and red came out in Japan, and then when they came over to the West, it was red and blue. And blue was an updated version. Yeah, and then yellow. Yeah, yellow came out like a year after or something. You're having a Pokemon Uranium lately. It's about to have a 10th anniversary update, I think. One of the fan-made ones. Right, I've been watching someone play one of the Pokemon Fusion games. I think they had a new one come out. Ultimate Fusion or something. Those ones seem interesting. You fuse 2 Pokemon together and get a new one. With sometimes horrifying sprites. Your first one was red. My first one was this one. Yellow. The Meatloaf Cave. Let's go. If you want to play them from start to end, from the beginning to end, like, I don't know, there's probably a fan translation of Pokemon Green or Red for the Japanese versions. But I wouldn't... I don't know. I thought about going with Red, but then I end up thinking, well, I'll just play the one which I grew up with. I do have Pokemon Blue now, but the battery's dead in it, so... Try the Crystal ROM hack. Get one of the popular one is that's out there. I've got Pokemon Crystal. I think that might be my favorite one out of these earlier games. I've got the cartridge just up here. There it is. Again, though, the battery's dead in it, unfortunately. You still had a dead battery, so sold it to a store. Yeah. I have batteries which I could replace them with, but... Well, I sort of say to myself, I'm not likely to play the original game on the cartridge anyway, so... But I don't need to touch it, I prefer not to. Suspicious men are in the cave. What about you? Suncatcher sent out Weedle. Green is pretty cool. You already have 2 shinies, Gligar and Primeape. I don't think in all of my years of playing Pokemon, I ever really got a shiny one. Outside of the Gyarados, of course, you know, but that doesn't count. Like, I've gotten them in Scarlet, but I believe the encounter rate for shinies has been increased in that, so I'm not really counting that. So in the ones previous where it was harder, I never found the shiny one. You don't get shinies in this game. That was something added in Gen 2, I'm pretty sure. And gave you a shiny Mew and gave Shark to copy for you. Never found one back in the day when you played. Yeah. It was like very rare. It's not like I didn't play the games a lot. It's just something which never happened. What do you mean, miss? Stop missing! It's a bug! Fine, we'll just swap over. Apparently you can catch Mew in the game. Gen 1 you can get Mew, but it was only given away in promotional events. So you can't get Mew normally, and it's the same in Gen 2 as far as I remember. It was only given away at specific events, which you have to go to. I'm pretty sure you can't get Mew in the wild, not without using the missing no glitch. In Red and Blue, you can use Missing No to get encounters with Mew by performing specific actions. And so you can find one that way. Like you find it on a staircase. I don't know about that. I mean, it sounds possible. The original games are held together with hopes and dreams. So, the only way I know to get a Mew, though, is to use the Missing No to get an encounter with Mew by... I forget the steps required exactly. It's something to do with, like, either your name or something in your inventory in a specific spot, and it takes a number from that in the code to generate the encounter or something like that. Trying to fly a long range glitch. Ah, yes. Yeah. Yeah, I know what that is. That's, you get a trainer which will engage you at a distance, but at the very moment which you step into their line of sight, you open up the menu and you use fly. And you fly somewhere else, and then you can find Mew or get it, something like that. I think there's like... This is... I'm vaguely remembering how it works. It's something to do with the Pokemon which the trainer has and the stats, I think the IVs which that Pokemon has. And so when you fly away from the trainer without engaging them in a fight, the game's storing that value in memory, and then the same place where it's storing that value is the same one which it uses for checking up which Pokemon appears when you go through the grass or something like that. So I think there's like 2 trainers in the game which you can actually do that with, and I might have actually beaten one of them already. Because they have to be a trainer which is able to walk up to you, and then it has to be a Pokemon which they have in their inventory. I guess I could just look it up. These games are fascinating, if only just because of all the bugs in them, which certainly helped their popularity, because it really was just a whole bunch of kids on at school talking to each other and like trading these secrets and rumors which they had about it, things in the game, making up ones of course as well, but like some of it's just like, oh, that can't possibly be real, and there's like, oh, it ends up being real. It feels like basically anything can happen in the game. Let me see. Pokemon Red. New glitch. Yeah, okay, let's see. Long explanation. Yeah, you have to have a trainer which walks up to you. When the game draws any NPC on the screen, the NPC is first placed in their default direction, south, for 1 frame, before being updated to face their correct direction. For long-range trainers, this causes a line of sight to point south for the first frame. For the first frame, the player can still bring up their start menu and use any field moves or items from their bag. If you use fly, then you fly away before they can talk to you. The game believes that the player is starting a battle when they're not, causing various values to be read improperly and creating the core of the glitch. The player must then battle a trainer, not just a wild Pokemon, in between the escape and the final encounter, otherwise no encounter will appear. Because the game requires a value that contains the ID of the enemy trainer on the other world, in the overworld, or the unmodified special stat of the enemy Pokemon to not be 0 if it is to start a battle. And at this point in the game, it's in the state where the start menu is disabled and the A and B buttons only work for using the PC, making it impossible to talk to anyone or use moves outside of battle. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, there's a whole process behind it, but... Beware, Zubat is a bloodsucker. There's an awful lot of these games, considering, like, how big the cartridge was. What? I'm waiting for my friends to find me here. SS Anna, the truck thing was a myth. Oh yeah, that one's made up. Still, it was a compelling, because, I mean, like, the damn truck is there. You can go straight up to that thing if you have surf before you go on the SS Anna. Though I think you have to transfer a Pokemon with surf into your game, because you get surf after that, but you're able to use it before then because you've defeated the gym, which gives you the badge which lets you use surf. Safari stuff is insane. I think I know that, but I don't remember enough about it to really just explain it. But yeah, there's some YouTube channels which go in depth about all these things. I heard that there are some very rare fossils here. Hey, Geodude. I may get one. Scratch? Okay, I guess I'll use double kick. If we beat it, then, well, there'll be others. Okay, good. Some of these bugs will have been fixed in Pokemon Yellow, though, so I don't know if I'd be able to show off all of these in the first place. Because this is, like, a patched version of Red and Blue. commonly found near mountain trails, etc. If you step on one by accident, it gets angry. No, that's fine. There was another bug involving leech seed and toxic, where they use the same counter. So toxic does increasing amounts of poison damage, and because they use the same counter, it means that leech seed just drains increasing amounts of health from Pokemon, which lets you sweep entire parties, because I think leech seed stays in battle, stays in the field, even when they swap Pokemon out. It's something like that. They just end up draining the entire Pokemon's health bar, one after the other. I think Bulbasaur is one of the Pokemon which can learn Leech Seed, and you can teach them Toxic. And again, that bug might have been fixed in this game. This is also something here which is different in yellow. Mount Moon is different from red and blue. I think it's a lot less convoluted. Okay. Yeah, I can get a Sandshrew. Very good. Its body is dry. When it gets cold at night, its hide is said to become coated with a fine dew. Oh no. What? Don't sneak up on me. Also, I don't need to use flash in this cave. I was wondering about that. Super Nerd wants to fight. Send out Magnemite. Oh no, Magnemite. Magnemite's just electric in this game. There's no steel type. So double kick's not doing super effective damage against it. I think I'm gonna have to swap this Nidoran over. She's pulling ahead of the rest of the fight. Also, this Voltorb's probably going to self-destruct. You can take the blast. My Pokemon won't do. I have to find stronger Pokemon. Yeah, potion. Found a rare candy. Ooh. Go through this cave to get to Cerulean City. Oh, I did swap my Pokemon over. Yeah, well. Go, Mankey. You need some levels. Yeah, right. Keep forgetting biting's not very effective against bug. It's not really a typing matchup which occurs that often. There's not, at least in the early games, there's not really any bug type moves which you can really take advantage of against fighting types. Like, what's one of the best bug type moves in this game? Twin Needle? Fury Slash? Nah. There's not that many. If there's another issue Gen 1 has, it's that some Pokemon types are really underrepresented in terms of either moves or Pokemon which are that type. Like, I don't know if there's a pure ice type in this. Jinx is ice psychic. Starmie is water ice. I think Seal and Dugong are both ice and water. I lost. Zubat's tough, but it can be useful if you catch one. Pikachu, please. Okay. Let me see. I'm going to go back to the Poke Center. Nope. Another drawback, I guess, in this for move types is Dragon type, where Dragon type moves are supposed to be super effective against Dragon, and they are, but there's no Dragon type moves in Gen 1 which actually deal differing amounts of damage. Pure Ice types don't show up until Gen 3. Right, yeah, I thought it was a bit. Like, Gen 2's got Delibird, but that's ice and flying. Gen 3. Would that be Snorunt and Glalie? Snorunt, Glalie, Regice. Right, yeah. Gen 4, Glaceon. Gen 5, Vanillite, Vanillish, Vanillux, Cubchoo, Beartic, Cryogonal. I've never used Cryogonal. Gen 6, Bergmite, Avalug, and Gen 8, Ice-Q. I've never used Ice-Q either. Or Bergmite. The later ones I haven't got too much experience with. But yeah, there's really not that many. Caught maybe 20 Cryogonal in Pokemon Go. I've never played Pokemon Go. One of my friends is really into it. But I don't think it would run on my phone. And I'm too comfortable just sitting at home. Last Pokemon game you played was Gen 2. I did go off of playing Pokemon games for maybe about a decade, since Sun and Moon, because I got that game, and as I mentioned earlier, like, the performance on my 3DS was not good, and I just sort of went, ugh. And it put me off playing it, because it would just, the frame rate would just tank every time it has a major battle. We, Team Rocket, are Pokemon gangsters. Yeah, sure. I can agree with that. Like, Pokemon Go is a good reason to go out and have a walk around. But, like, 2-3 months ago, I ended up getting Sword, Pokemon Sword, Scarlet, and Legends Arceus. And I played through Sword. I mostly finished Scarlet, and I'm about halfway through Arceus, but I haven't picked them up for a little bit. Again. They were fun. I think I liked Sword the most out of them. I really liked the music, and some of the characters in it were quite enjoyable. Scarlet is pretty alright. It's pretty good, but in the open world, you can see the limitations. It just wasn't really doing everything it should have. Legends Arceus is neat, but it's quite different. I haven't really formed a full opinion on the game yet. Yeah. Yeah, I guess for myself personally, if I'm out and I have my phone, I kind of purposely don't have anything on it. So the recluse that I am, I force myself to like talk with other people. I've still got like Discord on it, but hey, Nidorann's evolving. Nidoran evolved into Nidorina. I don't particularly like the sprite. Darn it all, my associates won't stand for this. Did you have anything? Did you drop anything? No. Again, also though, you know, it's easy to keep things off my phone when my phone is old, and it probably wouldn't run things on it. It is a smartphone, but it's a Galaxy 8 Galaxy 8, so it's a little old. But I'm fine with it. I only use it to call people anyway. It's funny though. My brother sends me links to like, you know, oh look at this video or look at this image, and it just doesn't show up on my phone. Ah, confusion. Oh, thanks, Zubat. Huh? There's a real terror of Zubats, just constant casting of Supersonic to confuse you. And again, newer Xbox, if we get a new phone, this thing works fine. I think I ended up with this phone because I'd pull out my old phone and my friends would be like, what is that? Why do you still have this? Because it wasn't a smartphone. And that was like a decade ago. Like, come on. So at least say that you can use Discord to talk to us. I'm like, oh, okay. So I got a second-hand phone. One that my mum actually had. She'd finished using it, so I ended up with that. We got a HP up. A 9-year-old Xbox, your friend said the same thing to you about not being able to play modern games they're playing. No, let me sit here and play my games I grew up with. They're not retro. Now excuse me while I blow the dust out of this cartridge. Damn it, Pikachu. You got one job. Hit the Zubat. I'm not going to risk it. Stop it! I'm confused. I use confusion. It hit itself with its confusion. What? Hey, level 11. Oh, still don't learn the different dusts? I guess level 12. Can't play the Series XS games like the Arc Raiders or Battlefield 6 and ask if you've got Arc Raid to play Modern Warfare 4. I mostly have Nintendo consoles when it comes to them. I've got a Switch 2 here. I do have an Xbox though, which I found. It's a... I don't really know which one it is. Actually, I keep forgetting because the Xbox naming convention is confusing. I think it's an Xbox X Series S. Or Xbox One Series S or something, maybe. It's got a CD drive in it. It's white. The bottom half of it's black. One Series S. Yeah, thanks. So it works, but I would have to buy a new a new hard drive for it because the one inside of it is old and doesn't work properly. It takes ages to load, and frequently it just doesn't. So that's a project for me to do at some point when I feel like paying like 250 Australian dollars to buy a replacement hard drive for it. Even then, if I got it, I would really just use it to play Blu-rays. Because it's got a Blu-ray player in it, and I don't have one. But I don't have any Blu-rays. So if there's a series which I want to get, and it's on Blu-ray, then I may consider upgrading it for that purpose. Yeah, I mean... It's like, well, I guess it does that, so... Okay, also, let me actually do what I had said and swap my Knit Arena over. Oh, I don't think we saw the entry for it. When resting deep in its burrow, its thorns always retract. This is proof that it is relaxed. It's 2'7". There's some anime on Blu-ray, but your Xbox disc drive is borked. No! The PS2 is a glorified DVD player for a lot of people. Yeah, I mean, it's just like... Cool, we can do both things. There was never an option with the Nintendo consoles. They were always only using their own CDs for like the Wii, maybe the Wii U, and the GameCube used the small CDs, so... Oh, an escape rope. I guess I could watch YouTube on it, but eh. That's what my PC's for. I do have a PlayStation 2 as well, but it is non-functional. I don't have the cables for it, and even if I did, I think it's taken quite a bit of damage from before I got it. So, I have no idea how much it would work. Wow, it's way bigger in here than I thought. Oh, okay. Hey, it's an Oddish. I think my brother's got a 360. Xbox 360. don't remember if he's got a later one. I don't know. I don't think so. I only ever really played Call of Duty, and even then it wasn't really that much. Doesn't play games as much as me, which is fine. Oh, Sprout. I like his shimmy. He looks like he's sprinting. Got the addiction to FPS games from your dad. I think the first FPS game I played a teensy bit of, because I was at a friend's house, was Duke Nukem 3D. I didn't have any FPS games until I got Unreal Tournament at like in 2000 or something. How do you get out of here? You'd think they'd have more signs. People getting lost in the caves. Quake 2. A fine game. I enjoy Quake 2. Like Quake 1 more, but Quake 2 is an enjoyable game. I more had to discover games on my own though. My dad is not interested in playing games. Neither was my mom. So, or neither are my parents. So, my dad did play a little bit of F-Zero X with me back many, many years. Oh, that just looped back around. I played through Halo a year or two ago. That was enjoyable. I like that. I can see why people liked it. I played the version on Steam though. Without the graphical enhancements on. Enhancements in quotation marks. Yeah, they're an enjoyable trilogy of games. I should need to continue with them at some point. Am I getting lost? Hold on. Time for me to bring up a map. This is not complicated, but let me see. Let me actually focus on where I am. Yeah, right. That's what I thought. I just taken a wrong turn. Yeah, I don't have a rappel. Okay. Because I need to go over there. I went down thinking it was a different area. These areas aren't that big. This goes to... right. I did walk down there. But we got attacked as soon as I tried to move. Oh. Reach and ODST are pretty good too. Halo 2's maybe the best, so dual storytelling and making you play as this Grace Commander who led the Covenant in the first game is pretty amazing. Yeah, I liked how the story developed in Halo 2. We're pulling a big job here. Get lost, kid. Sit out Zubat. I wonder where you got that from. Yeah, whatever. Horn attack. Thank you. And an Ekans. Level 15. Oh, you might level up. So, you are good. Oh, maybe not. If you find a fossil, give it to me and scram. We found TM1. I forget what that is. It's not like I remember what any of them are. Let's have a look. It contains Mega Punch. Nope. Could be useful. I would have to see exactly what it does in Gen 1. And an Ether. And Rock was just so suspicious. Ethers increase the PP of your moves. They restore the PP of your moves. PP is how many power points you have, right? How many times you can use a move. Usually it's not a problem. But that's why you want to go to the poke centers every now and then to replenish it. You cannot buy ethers in the game. You can only find them around the world, so there's a limited amount. Frankly, I don't really use them, but yeah, they're there. You think you'll play Balafro? I think I know that. That's like a card game, isn't it? Rather popular. I've not looked into it. Pikachu. Hooray! Losing stinks. I came down here to show off to girls. Okay. Oh, what's this? Hey, a moonstone. Now I could evolve my Nidorina into a Nido Queen. I don't know whether I'd want to do that now, or... Whoa, you shocked me! Oh, you're just a kid. Or whether I want a Nido Queen or a Nido King. Hiker sent out Geodude. I don't remember how many, moonstones there are in the game. That's something else that's different in the more recent games. You can just keep getting the different stones. There's not a limited amount of them. So you can just use them as often as you want. Which is neat in a way. You don't have to worry about it. Not like, you know, using a moonstone and then regretting it later on or something. While Nidoran, male and female, and Nidorina and Nidorino are all poison, Nido Queen and Nido King are poison ground. You missed? don't remember whether both of them get Horn Drill, is it? Maybe only Nidoking gets Horn Drill. It's a one-hit KO move, though Nidoking is kind of slow, so his chances of hitting with it are pretty low. Wow, shocked again. What? Nidoran is evolving. I like Nidorano's sprite. Kids like you shouldn't be here. Okay. Let me see. I'm going to use a potion. A declaration. We've been doing a bunch of fights, so we should have enough money. It shouldn't really be a problem. It was really only early on in the game. Yeah, we got 5,600. It's really just that first bit where you want to be a bit careful. And then, as I said, when you get to the Elite Four, just be aware that spending real money on full revives, full restores is expensive. Nice, you can one-shot these. Very good. You have leveled up though. Poor Spearow is sitting there in the back. It's not hasn't been leveled up at all. Okay. Now, at some point here, I think we're going to have a fight. Not this. Not this. No, it's not bug. It's poison and fly. Though, considering our Pokemon levels, we really shouldn't have a problem with it. Okay, how are you going? Yeah, pretty good. Let me just save again. Might be once you leave the fight I'm thinking of might be once you leave the mountain. Little kids should leave grown-ups alone. How are you a grown-up? I mean, kind of. You maybe are. It's hard to tell. Ugh, I nearly used Leah there. Well, not that it mattered. No, Mankey! I should have given him a potion. I think in the later games they improved Leech Life and those various moves like Absorb, Mega Absorbing, Mega Drain and Giga Drain quite a bit so that they deal more damage. Or maybe they just improved the lower level ones. They're more useful though. I'm steamed. Pokemon lived here long before people came. You can go. Hey, critical hit. Pharaoh grew to level 9. And learned Leah. Let me save again. There's no auto save, so I want to be on top of it. I think we'll get to the end of the mountain and then I'll call it for tonight. How much further have we got? Ooh, a Paris. Yeah, I might actually get you. I like Paris and Parasect. They're not very useful though, so we probably won't have them in the team, but... Come on! Oh man! Oh well. Oh no, not Stun Spore. That's what I get. Just run. Can't escape. Well, no, got away safely. Okay, so yeah, as I said earlier, paralysis won't wear off, and I don't have any paralysis heals, so it's just kind of whoop whoop. Let me have a look at this map. Where are we? We're over there. Okay. Okay, that's that area. That's where we were before. That's fine. Okay, yep. There's not that much more. Nope. Another Paris. Oh, this is where you get the fossils from. Now there's a question. What fossils should I get? Hi, stop! I found these fossils. They're both mine. Send out Grimer. Barb. Yeah, double kick. Now, right. Keep thinking that fighting's effective against poison, but it's not. Oh, thanks. Disable disables your move. Makes it you can't use it. I think it just tells you that it's disabled. I forget how long it disables it for. 10 turns or so? You can't disable another move while it's disabled though, so it's not like you can disable all of your moves. Volt Hawk. Oh, he disabled. Wait, he disabled double kick. Didn't I use scratch? Does disable a random move in your random move you have in this? Huh. Oh well. Please don't use self-destruct. If you do, I may just use an escape rope to leave and heal up. I thought disabled your last used move. Maybe he moved before me. Coughing. I had a coughing in my team in Pokemon Sword. Evolved it up into the Galarian wheezing, which is very fancy with its top hat. It's also Poison Fairy type, which is very weird. Pretty powerful though. It's useful in a lot of situations. But Poison super effective against Fairy, so... Okay, I'll share. We'll each take one. No being greedy. Okay, fossils. So these are Pokemon which you get later on. Or rather, they'll become Pokemon later on. Much later. You want the Dome fossil? Or the Helix fossil. Dome fossil is Kabuto. Helix fossil is Omanyte. They're both water rock type. I think I'd usually go for Kabuto. Just because I like Kabutops with its scythe arms. But I think Omastar, which evolves from Omanyte, is better because it learns more water moves. I think Kabutops learns like more like Mega Drain and such. So I think we'll get the Helix fossil. Also interesting, I wonder what it will do because Pikachu's in the way. Oh, Pikachu jumps out of the way. Alright, then this is mine. Far away, on Cinnabar Island, there's a Pokemon lab. They do research on regenerating fossils. Yeah, that's like 7th gym. Much later in the game. I've never really made use of Kabuto or Omanyte, making the whole decision kind of moot in the end anyway. Stop right there. Hello? Oh, who are you, Chuckles? That fossil was Team Rocket's. Surrender now or prepare to fight. That sounds familiar. Oh, it's them. Rocket wants to fight. Send out Ekans. It's one of them extra fights in yellow. I guess kind of, considering the entire dungeon's changed, but... You got Jesse and James showing up every now and then. They're just called Rocket. It's a Meowth! Kick it! Maybe we'll use Payday and we'll get a few coins from it. Nope. And a coffin. Smog. Blah. Critical hit. Oh no, Butterfree's poisoned. He'll probably die. Oh no. I thought maybe the poison would be applied on the Turneal's poison, but no. Oh, okay. Well, we win. Critical hit, super effective. Coughing fainted. Nidorina gets experience. Butterfree gets experience. We defeated Rocket. Brat beat us. Better believe it. Team Rocket blast off at the speed of light. Whoop! There they go. I'm going to use a potion on Butterfree. Might be a bit futile. Because it's going to be taking poison damage. Like that. That's not something which happens in the later games. Don't have to worry about that. Okay, get me out of here. Hooray! Route 4, Mount Boone, Cerulean City. Can we make it to the Poke Center? I forget the way through these bushes. How's your health? Not that it matters, there's no trainers, so... I healed him in case there was a trainer. Butterfree fainted. Oh well. No, there's no friendship in Gen 1. Pikachu has an affection with you, which changes the little image which appears when you talk to him. But that does not affect anything. And other Pokemon don't have friendship. Everything's so blue. Thank you. Your Pokemon are fighting fit. We hope to see you again. Have you heard about Bill? Everyone calls him a Pokemaniac. I think people are just jealous of Bill, though. Who wouldn't want to boast about their Pokemon? Bill has lots of Pokemon. He collects rare ones, too. Don't think you ever see any of them. That Bill! I heard that he'll do whatever it takes to get rare Pokemon. Oh, yeah. If there was friendship, I'd probably care maybe a little bit more. But, like, eh. Butterfree doesn't evolve from friendship, and, like... Honestly, Butterfree's kind of had its place in its party since I beat Brock. That bush in front of the shop is in the way. There might be a way around. Okay. I think we're going to save it here. And we'll continue this next time. I'll also go back and look through that area we ran through to get to Cerulean City. And we also do that. Okay. That'll be a Pokemon Yellow for tonight. Well, thank you very much for joining. I hope you join me again next time.